Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and today I am going to be sharing with you what sold in the month of March 2024, and I'm gonna do this a little different than what I've done in the past. When I first started making YouTube videos, I used to just like put a screenshot of all the stuff that I sold. I apologize if you hear my dog in the background and my son is upstairs playing, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. So yes, in the past I used to just like share a screenshot of the items that sold, and that got tedious to edit, and then I would do what sold in a week. That also got super tedious. So now I think I'm just gonna do like a screen share and just talk with you, have my face down in the corner and just show you all the items that sold. And hopefully this is a better way of sharing with you like what has sold for me on Poshmark and eBay, and a faster way to make video and a less editing for me. And I don't have my tripod up here because I don't feel like going downstairs and grabbing it, and I'm taking this opportunity while my son is playing to make this video. It has it's been quite the week. Lots of things have happened and I won't disclose any of that information, but it's been a very tough week. But I want to get back into reselling. I am planning to go to the Romeoville bins Thursday as a little birthday treat to myself, and hopefully I find some good stuff because I have not been listing because I don't have anything to list. So, I mean, I do, but it's not exciting stuff. It's mainly like personal items that I want to get rid of. Anyways, so let's jump into this video. Hopefully I can get this to work how I have it envisioned in my head. So without further ado, let's see what has sold on eBay in March, the whole month. I'm just gonna do monthly things. It's what I used to do. So I'm gonna try it, see what happens. Let me know what you thought of this video when it's over, if it was good. All right, so my first eBay sale was March 2nd, and I sold this Angie cropped top, nice little floral print, little puff sleeve. This was so cute. I'm pretty sure I found this at the bins in Texas, and this sold for $19.99. My next sale is another sale from March 2nd. These are some shirts that my brother-in-law gave me that he no longer wore. They were all getting too small for him, so I wanted to try to auction them off on eBay, and I only got one bid, as you can see. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure what that was. I only got one bid, and they sold for $4.99. I did make a little bit more money on shipping, but yeah, not like a huge, great return. All right, my next sale is this Lululemon Gratitude Wrap, size 6, in this raspberry color. This sold for $39.99, and this was also a March 2nd sale, and I'm pretty sure, yes, in fact, I know I did. I found this at the bins in Romeoville, which I'm so excited to go to again because I miss it. All right, my next sale is actually a return. The person that purchased this item did end up returning it. This is another item that I think I found in Texas. And yeah, she said that there was, like, you know, the hole for the button. She said it was ripped. And I think she was just trying to return it based off fit, because I looked the photo that she sent, it didn't even look ripped, but whatever. I have returns on, so she can return an item whenever she wanted to. You didn't have to make an excuse. So yep, this item got returned. It only originally sold for $14.99, but since that returned, I don't think I should count that. And then this item is another item I decided to try to do a bid auction or an auction on. I only got one bid, as you can see, and it was only for $1.99, and this was given to me by my sister-in-law. I just wanted to see how it would sell in an auction, and I don't think auctions are really the way to go. And this also sold on March 3rd. Next sale, oops, was not ready. I sold a pair of Lululemon Fast Free Tight, size 4. And these also sold on March 3. I did get a lot of bids on this item, 7 bids, but it did end up only selling for $13.50. But I did get it for free. Not a huge loss. Here's another item that I was surprised to get bids, because I see these hard to yeah, I was just in shock that these sold. And these were also given to me. I did get 5 bids, and they only ended up selling for $9.50 on March 3rd as well. I see Levi's all the time. It's not something that I like picking up, so just wanted to test it out. Another item that was given to me, another auction item that ended up selling for $5.50. This was flawed, so that's why I wanted to try an auction to see if I could get rid of it faster. And it did sell for $5.50 on March 3rd. Next item, I do remember buying this because I thought it was actually a women's top, and it ended up being a girl's top. And I did find this at the bins in Texas, and it sold for, oh, it's not loading, $9.99. And this sold on March 4. Next sale, is actually, so this sale, I got my first negative feedback, and she bought this item and like a month later gave me negative feedback saying that there was deodorant stains on the inside. I could have missed it, but she also could have returned it. She was upset that there were deodorant stains and that it's a dry clean only top. So she could have returned it if she really wanted to, but she decided not to, and she gave me negative feedback. Hence the no longer 100% positive percentage there now. But I did find this, I believe, at the bins. I'm not sure which one though, but it did sell for $15.99 on March 5th. Alright, another return item, this St. John knit short sleeve top. This I found at the bins in Gary. I do remember finding this because I did find it alongside a Reese top, R-E-I-S-S. I think I'm spelling that correctly. This sold for $24.99, but it ended up being returned, so yay. So why does it say partially refunded? I'm pretty sure I refunded her the full amount. That's weird. Alright, next item are these Athleta Tribeca crop black pant, and I actually bought these for myself a while ago in the Chicago area when I was out thrifting with my good friend Butters, and they did not fit me the way I liked them, so I decided to resell them, and they sold very quickly actually for $20 on March 6th. I think I paid $6 for these. Next item is this Shein Curve Floral Cottage Core mini dress. This was just so hard not to pick up. I knew it wasn't going to sell for very much, but I wanted to pick it up because I just thought it was so cute. I did find this at the bins, so I think I probably paid, I don't know, $1.50 for it, and it sold for $9 on March 7. Yeah, you can see my sales on eBay are not that great this month, unfortunately. And then my next sale is actually a personal item of mine. It's this Nike Therma training fleece. I've never seen a style like this by Nike, and I just didn't like how it fit on me. I did find it at the thrift store for like $3, but I never wore it. Somebody sent me an offer of $14, and I accepted, and that sold on March 9 as well. Then my next sale, I had these drafted for a very long time, and I did find these at the bins in Gary, and I do love selling Ariat, but these were so dirty and I didn't want to take the time to clean them, so I think that's why it took me a really long time to list them, but I had them drafted, and they weren't in like the best condition, and yeah, the comps weren't like super great, but they did end up selling very quickly, which always seems to be the case when I put things off on listing on an item. And they did sell for $20. It's again like the condition, it was not that great, and I didn't want to clean them, so I wanted to sell them for cheaper. Oh, and I think they were missing their insoles, and I did note that. Yeah. So yep, they sold for $20. Found them at the bins, so I still made some money. My next sale is another bins item. This Tahari top. This did actually take quite a long time to sell because this background is in my old house that we sold last year, and yes, and it was when I was friends with Candace. She used to help me, and we're not friends anymore. Anyways, this sold for $12.99 on March 14, and those Aria boots also sold on March 14. And yeah, I didn't pay very much for this because, like I said, it was at the bins in Gary. Here is another bins find. I love selling this brand. This brand always sells so quick for me, and regardless of the style, you'll see in the next month's video, I think it is, I sold another pair of these. And these are a size 26, so a pretty tiny size, and they still sold. And I found these at the bins, and they sold for $15. These also sold on March 15. So yeah, great little flip there. And this sold very quickly too. I did find this at my local church thrift store. I love selling the Swiftly tees because they tend to sell better than a lot of the other styles that they have. And this sold for my full asking price. I think I did have like a little sale running, so it didn't. I think I had it originally listed for $39.99, and then I had like a, I don't know, 15% off running, and did sell for $32.99 on March 16. Here is another sale on March 16, and this I actually sourced on ThreadUp. I do not remember how much I paid for because I'm pretty sure I had like a credit, and I saw these and I was gonna get them for myself, but I don't think I liked the color or maybe it was the fit. I think the legs were a little too wide. So I ended up selling them, and they sold for my full asking price of $50. And these were from Aritzia, the Babaton line, which I think I sell pretty well. But yep, they did take a little bit of time to sell, and actually these did sell on Poshmark like last year, but like the sale didn't go through. Like she wanted to cancel the order or something. I don't remember. So yep, happy they're gone. This sold on March 17, and I did find this at the bins in Texas. New tag J. Crew little denim dress. It was missing a belt, and I did note that in the description. And it has pockets, and this sold, yeah, see, I have like a sale running, and it sold for $24.64, and this was on March 17. Next sale is from the bins in Romeoville. This sold pretty quick, actually. I don't typically have luck selling this brand, but I just thought the graphic print was a good pickup. I don't remember what I was gonna say, but it did have some staining, which I did note, and yeah, it sold for $18.69 on, when did it sell? March 17th. Halfway through the month now. And this I found at the bins in Grand Rapids, actually. I picked this up for myself, and it I did not like how it fit. Like, I'm 5'3", so like the legs were a little too long, and the top was very frumpy. Like it was not a good fit for my body type and size. And I thought it was really cute that it was called the Parker, because that is my oldest son's name. And this sold for $21. Oh wait, no, it's saying that it sold for, I think I took an offer of $18.05 or something. I don't know. It's saying 21 here, but down here I have it pulled up and it's saying $18.05. So we'll just go with that. My next sale is this Torrid sweatshirt that I found at the bins, I believe in Gary. And I really only pick up Torrid now if I find it at the bins. Like I won't pay $5 for it unless it's just like this one piece that is like super sought after, or there are those little exceptions, but for the most part I typically try to only pick it up at the bins. And this sold on March 18 for $18.69. These Athleta, I found these in Romeoville bins. These sold for $13.60. I did find two of these, one in black and another in, I think, a blue color. And these sold March 20. Next eBay sale are these Judy Blue light wash flare jeans. These sold so quick. They have like really fun little braided, let me see, and they were stained, as you can see. I'm trying to show you like the cute little braided effect up here on the belt area. And I did find these at the bins in Gary, and they sold for $21.24 on March 20. And then my next sale is this. Oh my word, this took like 4 years to sell, and I would get so many lowball offers on this thing. So I was so happy when it finally sold, and for the amount that it sold for. I had this theory cashmere linen wool sweater for, yeah, I'm pretty sure 4 years, because I found this in Florida, and we haven't been to Florida like even before I got pregnant with my second boy. So yeah, it's been a while. And it sold for $67.99 on March 22nd. So yeah, great sale. I think I paid maybe $4 for this at the most. If I can remember that correctly, it's been so long. Next item is this North Face vest zip up, and this I found actually was given to me by some t-shirt bro at the bins in Romeoville, and it sold very quickly, even though it had this thing on it. That company sold for $37.39, and oh nice, it tells me the date right here, because I pulled up a different little thing to help me remember when it sold. So yeah, oh nice, I'm glad I saw that. Yeah, it sold for $37.39 on March 22nd, and my husband didn't want this, so that's why I ended up selling it. My next sale I found, where did I find this? I don't remember. It's either at the bins or, no, I remember, it's at the church thrift store. This sold for $12.99 on March 23rd. It has a little pocket. I really don't pay up for Madewell anymore. Like, no. I found these at the bins in Gary. Super easy listing, and they were new. Someone paid $12.75. I'm not seeing the ended time. Oh well. They sold on March 24. Almost done here with my eBay sales for the month. Here we have another Lululemon item. These Align cropped leggings. They sold for $24. Yeah, somebody sent me an offer. I do remember this. I did find these at my local thrift store. I didn't think these would sell so quick because the inseam was so small. I thought they would take a little while to sell, but they did sell, and I paid $4 for them on, right here, March 27. Next sale is another item that I found when I was in Texas. This Pink Lily maxi dress. I do like picking up their dresses. I think it's just like a boutique brand. This sold for $16.99 on March 29. I can't believe this took forever to sell. I found this last summer, and I was so excited to find this because it's such a beautiful top. Like, it has so many keywords, and it was just in really good condition, and it's just look at it. It's beautiful. And this took some time to sell. I was very shocked. And it sold March 29 for $33.99. I probably did have it priced a little too high, but I was willing to wait it out a little bit because it is such a interesting and unique top that I wanted it to sell for more than what a typical Bowden top would sell for. So super happy about that. I did find that at the bins in Gary. Next sale is another bins item from Gary, just a Vans graphic t-shirt. And this was stained. Nice. And this sold for $9.99. I do have the same one, exact print, just in the color blue, still for sale. And this one sold on March 30. Here's another Bowden item that I found alongside the other Bowden item that sold. This I found at the bins. I'll try to link that haul video down below or in the cards if I remember, but this was another one of the items that I found that sold from the Gary bins, and it sold for $33.99, and it sold on March 30. Where did I find this? I found this, I think, at the thrift store, the church thrift store, for $3. This is Urban Outfitters. Oh, wonder why that's not available. It's an extra large, which is why I picked it up, because I do not like selling this brand. It just does not sell. And it was a linen blend, so that is also another reason why I picked it up. And this did take some time to sell, but it did sell on March 30 for $12.75. Next is another quick flip. I found this at the bins in Gary, actually my last bins trip. And this sold on March 31st. These fun Nike Golf jogger pants. And they sold for $21.24. These sold pretty quick, so I would definitely pick these up again. My last eBay sale that sold actually pretty quickly, that I found in my last bins haul, is this vintage sweater wool blend, size extra large. Never seen this brand before, but I did look up comps, and this is like a typical sell-through rate for them, like around the $25 to $30 range. It really depends on the print, but these did end up selling for $25.49, so I'm super happy about that. I will definitely pick up. I love selling vintage sweaters. Sometimes some styles do take longer to sell, but there are some styles that do sell pretty quick, and I usually can get a pretty good penny for them. Yes, and I did find these at the Gary bins. So now I am going to share with you my Poshmark sales. So give me a second. I will get the items pulled up. Okay, I apologize. I had to go pick up my son from school, and now I'm back, and then I had to make dinner, and yes, mom life, I guess. So now I'm in the basement, and I'm going to finish off showing you all what has sold in the month of March on Poshmark. I just finished doing eBay, so now I'm going to work on Poshmark, and I think I have a couple Mercari sales that I need to show off as well. I'm not positive, gotta double check. Getting some patch testing done on my back, so I have like 7 different patches on my back, testing out what I'm allergic to, and it is so incredibly itchy. So if you see me like move in any weird way, I'm like trying to itch my back. All right, I am going to go ahead and get started. So this is one of the first items that I sold on March 1st, are these Jeffrey Campbell Western leather booties. I have had these for a long time, and I'm surprised they took so long to sell. I've heard other resellers talk about how awesome this brand is. When I finally found it, the item took so long to sell. I did find these at the bins, so that is great. I didn't pay a whole lot for them, but I was a little sad on how long they took to sell. But they sold for $43, which is still pretty good considering I got them at the bins. Next is this Lulu's cropped tank top, nice crochet knit texture. And I found this at the bins in Romeoville. I knew this wouldn't get very much, but sometimes I have a hard time passing on things. This did sell for only $7, but I still made a profit nonetheless. All right, these I found at a thrift store in town. they are way more expensive than your regular Goodwill, at least in my area. So I paid, I think, $8 for these pants. They are Tory Burch, which I don't find that brand very often, so that was really fun to be able to find. And I know they're just a plain black pair of career pants, but the big logo button I thought would help sell them, and it definitely did because these sold fairly quick. I want to say in less than 2 weeks. And they sold for $27, and they sold on the first, so we're still on the first. I don't think I sold anything on the first on eBay. I think it's all, I started off on the second. My next sale is also on the first, are these Tiva sandals, size 7. They sold for $25, and I did find these at the bins in, I want to say Seattle. And if that's the case, I went to Seattle a couple years ago, so these did take quite some time to sell. I am pretty sure these are from Seattle. Yeah, I don't sell this brand very often. I do actually find it here in the Midwest. So I don't pick them up anymore because they take so long to sell. But I still paid, I don't know, maybe $1 or $2 for them, and they sold for $25. Another March 1st, I did find this at the bins in Gary. I do remember picking this up. It's a WWE, which if you don't know what WWE is, it's World Wrestling Entertainment, and I used to watch it. I don't anymore, so I don't even know who this person is. And just a fun little graphic, and this didn't take very long to sell. I was a little surprised. I thought it would sit. I usually sit on my graphics. And this sold for $19. I found it at the Gary bins, if I didn't say that. These I found at Goodwill, and they only had them, I think, at $3.99, which was surprising because they always mark up North Face. I just don't think they could really tell that it was North Face or something. I don't know. But I did not pay very much for these, and I think I actually grabbed them for myself, and they ended up being a little too big. So I decided to sell them, and they only sold for $13. But hey, they still sold. March 2nd, I think I saw that those North Face leggings also sold on March 2nd. I sold this Torrid graphic t-shirt, blouse type thing. It has like a little peplum hem. And I did pick this up from Facebook actually, and I think I ended up paying $2 per item. It was like my big plus size haul that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I bought someone's collection that they were getting rid of. I think they were like losing weight, so this sold for $11, and I think this had some pilling, so that's why I didn't sell for too much. This I got in a thread-up bulk box. This sold March 4. It's airy and is new with tags, so that's nice. I just don't think this style is very sought after, so I took a best offer. I'm pretty sure I did, or an offer for $16, and I think my cost per item was like right around the $3 mark. I don't remember, but yeah. I was a little bummed it didn't have long sleeves. Like, I've never seen that style before. I don't think it's something I would wear. And that sold March 4. Moving on, another March 4 sale, and this came from the same plus size Facebook find. It's this Torrid. I'm surprised this actually took longer to sell. I thought this would sell right away because it is I feel like a more substantial piece. It's pretty heavy, it's lined, and it's velvet, and kimonos are like a hot seller right now, so It did sell for $35, which is a great profit. Next item I sold are these American Eagle super distressed jeans. They sold on March 7 for $15. I believe I found these at the Goodwill outlet in Gary. If not Gary, then Romeoville. I'm not super positive on where I found these. Either way, I'm pretty sure they were a bins find. Next is another item that I was surprised to sell so quick. I did find this at the bins in Romeoville. Ooh, and I just made a sale on eBay. Yeah, I found these at the bins in Romeoville. This was like one of the first items that I found. This was the first time that I went to this location, and I was surprised to see this there like so quickly. I do love selling Athleta, and I knew I wouldn't get too much for this, but I personally love selling bras just because they are so easy to photograph, and I don't typically measure, which I was surprised that I had measurements for this, but they don't take me very long to photograph and find styles for, and they don't take up very much space when you store them. So, and this sold for $11, which I'm totally fine with that, and it sold on March 7. Next sale is also from March 7. This came from a ThredUp bulk box. It's this Old Navy color block, little windbreaker type thing, jacket. And this was listed for a while because I noticed this was in my older house because my walls were painted white. I need to paint my walls white here. I don't like this creamy yellow color. Yeah, I knew this wouldn't sell for very much. It's super lightweight, and yeah, I didn't think I would get very much for it, but I thought it was a really cute piece. So I went ahead and listed it, but I only got $9 for it, which is fine. I feel like they almost even paid more for the shipping than how much it cost. They could have definitely, if they would have found that on eBay, they would have had a cheaper shipping rate, but whatever. All right, next sale are these Chacos, not sure how to pronounce it, but I do actually like picking this sandal brand up because they tend to sell faster for me, and I've even sold like flawed Chacos. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, it sold on March 7, and these sold for my full asking price, if I remember correctly, for 26 buckaroos. So that's nice. Actually, in one of my videos, I could not find the size, and somebody told me that on the back of the heel, they will have a W if they are women's, and then the size, and if it's an M, then it's men's. So that was a super helpful tip, especially if you don't know this brand of shoe and where they hide it. I actually really like that they do that, because a lot of the other times they either have like keen, their size stuff like rubs off. It's nice that this is like imprinted on the sandal. All right, my next sale is this Hatch maternity dress, and this is the first time that I found this brand, and I found it in Texas. Yeah, I found this in Texas, and yeah, I knew this would sell. Comps looked really good on it, and yeah, it sold for $40. I was really happy about that because it's very lightweight. As you can see, it's only 8 ounces, and this sold on March 8. So yeah, really good flip there. I wish I found this brand more often, but yeah, I don't. It's my first time. All right, my next sale are these Adriano Goldschmied straight leg, jeans, and I definitely had these for a while. I noticed these are in my older house, and they were stained. I'm pretty sure I got these in a ThredUp bulk box. They only sold for $15, and they sold on March 9. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these came from a bulk box. All right, moving on. March 9, I sold these Paige jeans, and when these sold, I could not find the item. And when I moved, which is almost a year ago, I can't believe it's almost been a year since we've been in this house. That doesn't seem right. I don't think that's right. Anyways, I did like a huge inventory, like audit. So I used to do my inventory in like these big plastic totes, and that just got way too much for me to handle. They were getting too heavy. I just needed smaller boxes so that I could keep track of what's in the boxes easier. And I took these out and I tried to, I think, sell them to a buy-sell trade, and they didn't take them. So I relisted them, and I forgot to mark what box I put them in. So I thought I lost them, and I was like, no, these finally sold, and they actually sold for a decent amount. And so yeah, I was happy. I ended up finding them, but I took a little bit longer to ship these. But I'm super happy that they finally sold, because yeah, I don't remember where I got these. I think I got them at a regular Goodwill. So yeah, $21 for these. This came from a bulk box, and yeah, this took a very long time to sell, and I guess I relisted it, and I meant to raise the price because it is silk, as you can see, but I guess I forgot and somebody just bought it, so cool. It's a cute little summer dress, but yeah, it took forever to sell. It only sold for $9, and yeah, and there was a small run in the fabric, but oh well. Next is another Lululemon piece. This sold on March 11. It's this, I'm pretty sure this was a personal one. I think this used to be mine. If not, then I found it at the church thrift store. Sold for $23. Next is this Brooks Brother Irish linen shirt. This men's item. And sold on March 11, and it sold for a good amount of $35. I did find this at the bins in Gary, Indiana, if you don't know what I'm talking about. This came from a denim box, and I actually had a really funny little comments section on this one. This sold on March 11 as well. This was new with tags. It sold for $24, so that's nice. Yeah, somebody said, do you have the waist and the length dimensions? I swear to God, people just do not like pay attention to anything that I put on here, like the description or the photos, and yeah, it drives me insane. And then she acted like I just put those on there, but I didn't. It doesn't look like the same skirt though. There's no pleats. Are you able to take measurements of the mid and hem width of one with pleats? Thanks. Hello, these are pleats. What are you talking about? And in this picture, I can kind of see where she's coming from because the tape measure is hiding it and the tag is hiding it, but this is the same skirt. Lady. But I'm glad she didn't end up buying this. Someone else came in clutch and bought it, so that was nice. And then my next Poshmark sale, sold on the 13th, is this absolutely stunning, fully beaded ivory little dressy cardigan thing. I don't know what you call it, but jacket. It had shoulder pads. This thing was heavy. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I could have swore this was like 3 pounds. But basically a pound. And I found this at the bins in Gary, and it sold for $31. And this actually sold faster than I thought it would. I thought this would sit for a while, and it didn't, so I'm really happy about that. Next is March 14. And it's this Love Hannah chunky heavy knit sweater. Where did I find this? I think this was on a ThredUp outlet section like a really long time ago. I don't shop that section anymore. It's just a complete waste of time for me. Not worth it. I know some people have really good success, but I feel like it just takes more time and there's no thrill in digging for me, but oh well. You live and you learn. Sold for $22, and I think I paid like $7 or $8 for this. So, it will. Another March 14 sale. These Sleep by Cacique plaid pajama pants. And these I found at the bins. I do remember this. This was in Gary. They sold for $12. Moving on to March 15, I sold these Sanuk little booties, and these were actually in not that great of shape. I probably shouldn't have picked these up, but I'm really happy they still sold. They sold for $18, but they did sit for a long time. They are kind of cute. I feel like they'd be really fun in the fall or winter time. Yeah, they sold for $18. Next sale is on March 15. I sold this Matilda Jane, their 435 line, and it's a size 8, and yeah, this didn't take too long to sell. I found this at the bins in Romeoville. Sold for $18. That's pretty good, I think, for a kids item. Next is one of my personal finds that I just can't do wrap dresses. They just do not flatter my body type. And I actually bought this at Urban Outfitters. So yeah, I lost some money on this for sure. Yeah, like I said, I just do not sell Urban Outfitters very well. It was a really cute dress, but yeah, wrap dresses do not look good on me. Sold for $21, and it took a long time to sell. But I'm just happy it's gone. I'm sick of looking at Urban Outfitters stuff. This next sale is something that I found at the regular Goodwill store, and they marked their shorts at $3.99, so I paid $4 for these, basically with tax and everything. I love selling this brand. It's probably like definitely my bread and butter brand. I will always pick this up when I find it at the bins if it's in good shape. And these sold for $17 on March 21. Oh, yeah, I actually found 2 of these. So I have another pair. Look, exact same pair. My next sale are the Soul Society little booties. And these took a while. I definitely do not recommend picking this brand up. I think I learned after I picked it up that it is not a very good brand. Like, it's cheap already, like brand new. So yeah, I just picked them up because I thought the style was really cute and we were coming into like boot season. And yeah, they had real suede. Yeah, it's kid suede, so is that like a baby goat? Not sure. But yeah, they took a long time to sell, but they sold for $15. I did find these at the bins in Gary, Indiana. And my next sale, I believe I found these at the bins in Grand Rapids. American Eagle, new a tag, but they were a 10 short, and they were the 90s boyfriend style. And they sold for $30, so a good profit there. Excuse me, I'm so tired, but yep, happy they sold. And this didn't take very long to sell either. It's Athleta camouflage sweater. This is one of their newer pieces. It's a holiday 2020. It sold for $22. I did find this in Romeoville. Pretty sure I did. Now this one took a little bit of time to sell. This fossil a cute handbag. I think I picked this up for myself at one point, and yeah, I never used it, so I went ahead and decided to sell it, and it did sell for $20, and I did find this at the bins. I'm pretty sure I did find this at the bins, but I don't really like selling handbags. They don't sell very quickly. I'm like feeling the same way with shoes too, because shoes tend to sit, and I hate storing shoes. They just take up so much space. Then these Hey Dude sold that I found at the bins in Gary, and they sold on March 26th for $18. This was a quick flip. I was very surprised that these sold so quick, because I have another pair listed, and these ones actually are more damaged than the other ones, and these ones still sold for $18, and I found these at the bins location in Gary. So I did a shoe audit not long ago, and I was gonna make a video on it, but my computer crashed. Like, both of my computers crashed, and so I had to get a new one, and then I lost the footage, and these were actually in my shoe box that I had of shoes that I have already listed, and these weren't even listed. So I had to list these. There were, I think, 4 pair not listed. I don't know how that happens. But yeah, I do not like selling this brand because it does not sell for me. I will say, but this particular pair did sell pretty fast, and it sold for $21, and I'm pretty sure I found these at the bins in Gary. The Gary bins, they tend to have really good shoes most of the time I go. I usually find a decent pair of shoes. Another Gary bins find, which I think is one of my recent hauls, is this Cacique bra. I love selling this bra brand. I always pick it up if it's in good condition, and this sold for a good amount, $20. That's pretty good for a bra. Next, I found these at a church thrift store. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but I found these well over a year ago. I didn't list them because I knew they would be such a pain to ship. So they sat, maybe even 2 years, they just sat in my house. And I moved basically twice, and I moved them each time. And then they were just sitting in a closet in my basement in my new house, and I saw them, and I was like, I should probably just list them. I have more room now, and I listed them, and they sold like within a week. I'm telling you, every time I do this, whenever I hold off on listing something, and when I finally list it, it sells, and it sells so quick. It really makes me laugh. And these sold for $40, and I think I paid $6 for these at the church thrift store. Yeah, they sold for $40, so that's great. Happy to get rid of those big old chunker things. And then this came from a friend of mine. Hey girl, Cassie, thank you for this. This backpack sold for $40. Yeah, I didn't know anything about this brand until she sent me a box of stuff to sell that she no longer wanted. So I really appreciate that. Thanks, girl. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. This seemed like a quick flip too by the time I finally listed it. Again, it's like a weird item that's not fun to ship. I will say I'm very happy that those 2 items sold on Poshmark instead of eBay, because the shipping on that would have probably cost a lot more than what I would have charged. So I'm really happy about that. All right, and then my last Poshmark sale in March are these Free People shorts. And I did find these at the bins in Gary. I remember being surprised to find these. I don't normally find Free People in the bins, so I was happy about that. I don't get too excited anymore when I find it because, it doesn't sell for very much, as you can see. These only sold for $16. So that is everything that sold on Poshmark. Let me quickly pull up what sold on Mercari. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, all right. So here's what sold in March on Mercari. I only did 3. These Madewell, which you can't even like see really what these pictures look like, but you get the point a little bit. These Madewell pants that I found in Romeoville bins, and they sold for $29.99. Next is this Madewell reseller box, a bunch of Madewell extra smalls or extra smalls, or just Madewell in general that has not been selling for me. I just put them all in a little bundle and sold it, and it sold for $34 on Mercari. So pretty sure I lost money on that, but oh well. And then my last Mercari sale is this Fashion Nova New with Tag dress, and it sold for $19. I did find that at the bins, just not sure which location. So yeah, that is everything that I sold in the month of March. I will put on the screen like how much that was altogether, because I am not doing the maths right now to figure that out. So I'll just put up on the screen now. So yes, let me know down below what you thought of this format style. I know I've never done this before, so hopefully it looks okay and that you can hear me and understand me okay, and that it was entertaining. Let me know down below. If you like this type of content, please check out the other videos I have on my channel. I do all things reselling related. I don't really do anything else. I will see you on my next video. Bye.